Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Happy New Year to you. I hope that you rang in the new year in a very special way. I know I did, and this is January 1st, and I'm doing these videos, so hang in there with me. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on this year. Lots of big things. You're going to hear about them all the time. We've got next week is big, and we're going to have to cover it. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and then that quickly follows the eclipse that's happening. And here at this channel, I like to work with the energy of the moon, and I like to give you information to help you move your life forward in a very positive way on a more day-to-day basis. And so I'm going to try very hard to stay on that track this year, because there'll be plenty of sites out there that'll be willing to give you lots of information about the bigger things. So come here for the day-to-day, how do I manage my life in this situation kind of information. And so be sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising to get a more complete picture of what's going on. And if you would do me the favor of hitting that thumbs up and connect to your energy to mine, leave me a comment and let me know how things resonate. That would be excellent. It helps the analytics, which allows my messages to get out there into the YouTube land to reach people. It becomes really important. I had a video that took off, and I was like, I don't know why this one took off more than others. And then I received a message on it, and I was like, oh, that's why. It was actually really vitally important that someone got that message. And so I would very much appreciate you helping everyone else by hitting that thumbs up. So I did get into your energy before I turned on the camera. And what I saw was you on a boat, and you were at the mouth of a river, getting ready to head out into the larger waterway. And so I thought, well, that's interesting, but that kind of makes sense with everything else that we have going on. And so, you know, I guess that's where you're at. You're getting ready to set sail, to take the chains off and to allow yourself to have a little more freedom. And so let's just see where that goes. I am going to only be doing 2 videos a month now. I'm going to do the monthly for the beginning of the sun signs, and then the mid-month update. I'm working on several projects, and I need to also tear down some structures to build new structures, which is what this year is all about. So much energy lined up in Capricorn this year. That is the flavor of the year. It is the tearing down of structures. We are actually going to be moving from this energy of the Piscean age. We've been on the cusp since 2012, and we are going to finish out this year with Saturn in conjunction with Jupiter on the solstice, winter solstice, on December 21st, and I believe that is the launch of the official start of the age of Aquarius, because it's happening at 0 degrees Aquarius, and then for the next several cycles, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on what's going on in Aquarius. And so we've got Aquarius, we've got Uranus that rules Aquarius sitting over there right now. And Taurus shaking things up. And so Gemini, the nodes of the moon, which causes the eclipse, are shifting into your sign this year. They get there on May, and they'll be there for about 18 months. And so, yes, this air, this energy, this taking us. So this year is about breaking down the structures, building a solid foundation, because what moves next as we move forward will be all the development in the internet that we haven't seen yet. Anything that's thought process, air travel, mind stuff. And so this is the shift. This is it. And so let's get this solid start to it, is what it feels like. So for this week, a couple of things to think about. Monday the 6th, be careful not to push too hard so you don't lose the gains that you have made so far. You don't want to, you've made progress in some area. Don't push something so hard that you end up having them climb up and say, no, never mind, forget it. We're not even doing that much, right? So be careful for that. On the 9th, which is Thursday, there is clarity of vision. but it's going to be hard to put the pieces in place. So write it down. Like, write down what you're seeing, what you know, what's your vision for the future. It becomes really important. Then on January 10th, I've been saying the 11th, so I stand corrected. I don't know where I got that, and I was hanging on really hard to it, and it was wrong. So mostly on January 10th, because it's 2:21 p.m. in the Eastern zone of the United States, which pretty much makes it all January 10th energy. We have that big eclipse happening in Capricorn. It is the lunar eclipse. And then we have the moon. Uranus going direct in Taurus. And the following day, we have that major conjunction between Saturn and Pluto, which is that big, deep transformation of structures. And so they're all like piled up on top of each other. In the middle of all this, we have your ruling sign of Mercury getting into conjunction with both Saturn and Capricorn, one right after the other. And also it is going to be conjunct with the sun. And so it's like boom, 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 all this energy. This is really powerful. You can't avoid it kind of energy. And so it kind of sets the tone for the year. And so the clarity starts coming through, and we start seeing things, because on Monday, when the sun starts conjuncting with Pluto and Saturn, it shines a light on, and the clarity becomes stronger and more crystallized. So start writing stuff down. What is your vision for the future? Where do you want to take things? I think you start seeing things, and I think Monday the 13th will be a little more relaxed, but you'll have clearer vision. The 15th, it's got some really super tough energy. That is Wednesday the 15th. So many reasons it's tough. But the important thing to know is that you can get a lot of crap done. So put your head down, focus on what you need to do, and get that stuff done. And then the moon is going to move into Scorpio on Friday the 17th. But the other energy that's going on there, again, Mercury. Mercury's a big player this next couple of weeks. And so Mercury will be in Aquarius now, and it comes into this beautiful energy, a sextile energy with what Chiron's doing, which is the wounded healer over there in Aries. And so information, ideas, what do you want to do? What do you want? All that stuff starts with the dreams. So the dreams start becoming really important. So make sure that you are writing down any thoughts that come to you this week, because they will slip away from you. And this way you can make a lot of progress later. Right now it's getting the information, because Mercury is really moving quickly right now, setting up for that retrograde that's going to happen in Pisces. But it happens just when we get into February. So it's coming. So right now is a good time to get the information, and then you can do the revising and the revision and the editing of those ideas during Mercury retrograde, because you've already gotten them down and put them on paper at this time. And that is a great way to use that energy in a very positive way, especially with your analytical skills and your desire for information. I also want to say this year's the year to really follow your curiosity. What do you want to know? Because that's going to become really important. All right, so your overall energy for the week is not surprisingly at all the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning. It's turning in your favor. Things are on the move. Things are changing. And when I asked what was the energy of the eclipse and how it's going to affect your life, and so this is seriously not just this 2 weeks, but this is like the year. It's the next 18 months or so. You have lightning. So it is a bolt of lightning that comes in. It is a flash. It is a change. It is it's like being shot at. It's like a tower moment, right? The lightning coming in, crashing in, but it brings freedom. You have freedom. And so there you are at the mouth of the river, getting ready to set sail and move free. It's going to break maybe the dam. Maybe that's what it was. There was a dam of obstruction in the way, and that comes in, it crashes in, and now they've opened up the gates, and they're allowing the ships to go back out into the water. And so you're getting ready to set sail on your new adventure. So I'm doing the 9-card spread. If you've not been here before, this is pretty much how I'm going to set it up for a while until Spirit moves me. Otherwise, I got to tell you, when I turned on the camera, my nose started itching. Spirit is so all over this reading. I can't wait to see what we're going to get. So thoughts, feelings, actions, past, present, future. The key to the situation is the Knight of Wands. the energy to start moving things forward, being willing to take the risk and to go out there and have action. It's action time. Knight of Wands is all about charging in and going for what you want. In the recent past, we have the Three of Cups. So, Three of Cups. You were seeking more information. So, for some of you, this could have been information about someone cheating on you, absolutely, because, you know, it did come in the reverse. I don't really read reversals, but I felt that when I turned it over. For some of you, it is about finding your tribe. Where do I belong? Where do I belong? Where is that group that makes me feel comfortable and happy and like-minded, moving in the right direction, the same direction, I should say, being in flow with that comfort, that group, that place I belong. In the area of transformation, it is the Ace of Pentacles. The key to transformation for you is this Ace of Pentacles. This is you planting your seed of intention with the energy of this full moon in Cancer. Being willing to let go of what doesn't work and really focusing on hopefully the seed of intention that you planted back on the 26th of December. But you still have time because the energy is so strong right now. What you think about, you bring about. The manifestation energy of this time, this year, is so high, and so focusing on what it is you want to create instead of what you don't want to create is really important. And I had someone comment on one of my videos that, you know, why do people think that? It's just crap, whatever. I'm just telling you right now, whether you believe it or not, gravity exists. Whether you believe it or not, the world is round. And whether you believe it or not, this year you will manifest what you think about. It is that big of a deal. And so focusing on what you want to create, moving away from the energy of the things that don't serve you, allowing yourself the freedom, letting the lightning come in, be that tower moment, blow up the crap that doesn't work. Also with lightning comes illumination, right? It is like that lightning bolt out of the sky where it's a really dark, stormy night and you're not sure where you're going, and then the lightning cracks through the air and it lights the whole thing up for a moment. What did you see in that moment of revelation, that moment of whatever it was that said, okay, that's the direction I'm going in, and you seek the freedom. And the thing about this freedom card I didn't notice before, see this moon here in the background? It's a yin and a yang. We've got thoughts and action. It's the balance. It's the freedom to go. This is also your higher self leading the earth part. So listen to your intuition. Listening to your intuition becomes really super important. Action follow thoughts in this one. So what are you thinking about? Move in that direction. Listen, your thoughts, Gemini, is where your intuition lies. It lies in the heart, but because you're an air sign, you're going to also, what are you thinking? Follow it. In the area of abundance, we have the Chariot. This is quick movement forward. This is, again, well, they have two horses on here. This one, it shows dragons because it's a dragon deck, right? But it's balance. It's balance, but it's movement forward. It's rapid movement forward. And so you're going to have abundance of change coming at you. Lots of things happening. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. What happens over the next 2 weeks sets up the year, and with the nodes of the moon moving into your sign, that doesn't even surprise me that you would get this. In the recent past, you have the King of Cups as something that you've been worried about, concerned about. So you could have a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in your life, and you've had a lot of doubts and concerns about that situation or that relationship. It could be also that you've had doubts and concerns over where to demonstrate your love, where to put your passion, where to put your effort, okay? And the King of Cups is very emotionally balanced, so when he's showing up here in the area of the mice, the anxiety is that maybe you've been struggling just to try to keep balanced emotionally. And so finding your tribe has been important to help you become more emotionally balanced in the future. You have the Ten of Swords in the area of the heart. Whoa, did not see that coming. Okay, so this feels more and more like a love reading. There may be a relationship in your life that you need to let go of. Now, we are clearing the karma of the past in order to set the future. So, Is it a current relationship that you're in? I don't know, because what I just saw in my head makes me think that for some of you, this is definitely about releasing a karmic attachment to someone in the past, because the King of Cups is here in the past, and this is you moving forward. And I'm not saying that this is the Ten of Swords is it's over, it's done. It's not even like heartbreak. It's like it's just done. It is the end of a cycle. It is letting that go. We have the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor, and so this might be closing, a final closure on a chapter from your past, so that you can move forward. So I'm not even sure, because these things don't make me feel like this is a current relationship that's breaking up. This is getting over something from the past that's been lingering and pulling you back. And right now, the Lord of Karma is Saturn, and he's going through that transformational energy of Pluto, and this is the release. This is the death in order to allow for the rebirth to come in. And so the situation, and it feels like a situation from the past, needs to be let go of. For some of you, you could currently be in this situation, but maybe you've emotionally already moved past it, but you haven't actually cut the ties and allowed yourself to move forward. For some of you, that is the situation. Okay, so the obstacle has been justice. Someone from your past may have ghosted you, took off on you, whatever, and you've been left to try to work your way through it on your own, which is really difficult. I speak from experience how hard it is to to rationalize, to get the answers, to figure it out when someone won't even sit and have that conversation with you, when they're like just cutting and running. But here, trying to find that justice to understand what has happened and why did this happen, it was a lesson. This feels like a very much of a soulmate relationship in which you were here to teach each other lessons, and hopefully you are willing to have integrated the lesson, and you're going to let it go and be allowing yourself to move forward in this rapid transformation here of the Chariot, the transit, not transformation, transit. We're right now in just transformational energy all over the place. Oh yes, here we go. In the current situation, you have the dragon, say the Six of Swords. This is the healing. I wish I could get, there we go. It's healing. It's healing energy. And so there you are. A lot of the Rider-Waite, for instance, depicts the Six of Swords in a boat moving forward. And so that's what I saw, only you were moving out into a larger body of water. So this is healing. This is healing energy. This is going to be in your heart saying, no, wait, no, this is really over. This is done. And really letting it go and allowing yourself to move forward to the soulmate you're supposed to be with, Six of Cups. So, wow. If you can let go of the situation from the past in your heart, you will journey forward into a healing situation with the Six of Cups, with that soulmate that's supposed to come in. This is where you're headed. Wow. Okay. Oh, no wonder Spirit was here. This is big stuff. Okay. Spirit's always here, but not as itchy as it is right now. Okay. Here you go. For where to put your energy for your thoughts, you have wisdom and prosperity. So focusing on the lessons that you've learned, the guidance that you've picked up, and and focusing on the prosperity of the future ahead. Now look, the past is really, literally in the past now. With this energy of this eclipse that happens, follows basically in conjunction. It's actually happening in conjunction. You got Uranus moving forward at the same time that we're having this eclipse, at the same time that Saturn and Pluto are in conjunction, because that energy, they're such slow moving planets. They're happening right now. They'll still be happening on the 13th when the 10th when that all catches up. I don't know why I was going there. I wanted to do this. So yes, you guys, leave the past in the past, but what's the wisdom? And I want to read just that one, the prosperity. I think we all pretty much can say, hey, focus on where you're going and what it is you want to create. Your thoughts create your reality. So focus on what you want and not what you don't want. Wisdom is associated with aging, but it is a trait that should be cultivated and nurtured. We can help insight along by seeking our new experiences, living bold. I'm sorry, let me try that one more time. We can help insight along by seeking out new experiences, living boldly and facing the struggles of life. Much like this Knight of Wands being the key to the situation, being willing to charge ahead, being willing to plant your seed of attention and then go for it and allow the healing to happen. Understanding doesn't come from staying safe in your own little bubble and never venturing out into the world. So leaving the river into the ocean, into the larger body of water. Okay, this card asks you to leave your safe space behind and gather wisdom wherever you find it. Experience life, read, do something new, make mental notes on what goes on around you. And making mental notes right now is so important because the information is coming in, but it is going to be hard to hang on to with the other energies around it. Pisces and Neptune are causing some things. So when that information comes to you, grab it, write it down. You can focus on it later. Just write down the idea. You don't need to vet it out. You don't have to do the research on it right now, but snag the ideas when they come to you. Let me see here. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Make mental notes on what goes around you. Stop, listen, and learn from those who are wiser than yourself. In this way, you will gain more wisdom and have the tools to make astute decisions as you move through life. And the question for you to think about this week is, how do I cultivate wisdom? So being willing to try new things, paying attention to what's going on around you, and what are the lessons learned. And so, not surprised, these are similar cards that have been showing up for everybody. We have adjustments are required. Adjustments are required. Change is happening. We cannot stop it. You can pretend it's not happening. It's still happening. Okay, so change is coming. Adjustments will be required, and you are very close to achieving your goal. Prosperity, the next level, this soulmate relationship, and I feel like the soulmate relationship will move you. Now, the soulmate could be a love relationship. Absolutely. But it could also be like a business partnership. So, hang in there. Whatever it is that you're desiring to do, but you are being asked, okay, this is so funny. All right, you have choosing your path. Choosing your path, all is possible. But what I love here is this is a boat on a river. Get ready for new horizons. Get ready for new horizons. Faraway places. You're on the move. You're on the move. Things are not what they've been. Things are changing. Things are moving forward. It is the Knight of Wands energy that will propel you forward. It's the willing to charge in without necessarily knowing everything that you might need to know, and having faith that what you need to know will be presented to you when you need it. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and it is turning in your favor. So allow that power moment, that lightning strike to come in and create the freedom in your life. So that lightning bolt and that freedom, that is the energy of the eclipse. And so that energy of the eclipse will go out 6 to 18 months. So are you going to run out the door right now? Not necessarily. Start moving in that direction. Start moving in that direction. Choosing your path. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be 18 months from now? What do you want your life to look like? And you have clear quartz. I am a clear channel of love, light, well-being, and all my heart's desires are being realized. Now you can't even see it because it's so bright. Here you go. Clear quartz. Multiply goodness and well-being, amplify loving kindness, increase clarity, peace, and understanding, improve clarity of mind and emotions. Lots of opportunity for clarity to start coming in right now. For you particularly, with all that energy in the nodes, the North Node being in Gemini, is a big year for you guys, really big. So it's creating the structures, being ready to tear down the walls, build the new structures, and focus on the future. And we're going to talk a lot about this year, but I'm going to try to focus on what's happening week by week by week just to help you along on the journey. So you take care. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, the notification bell if you're a subscriber, and we'll talk soon.